Good morning, everyone. In today's video, we're going to be spending some time looking at VaporFi. In this video, we're going to take a look at their initial node structure, how I've done with their node protocol, then look at the chart. So we'll have the chart up, and then finally, we will take a look at their future plans, their social media, some of the things that they continue to suggest are coming. And then we're going to give just an analysis as to where I think this particular protocol is. So let's get right into it. Okay, so as you can see right now, there are 72,380 nodes that are going. They continue to offer an ROI of 1% per day. We are going to go ahead and open up their governance and their documentation as well in another tab. The current node price has stayed the same at 1,000 VPNDs. This is a node project, and so you do lose anytime you either compound or create a node. You do lose your initial amount that you essentially put into a node. You essentially burn that. The price here is not great. It's 1/5 of 1 penny right there. And so that is where we're at right now. Let's take a look at my nodes. Okay, so right now I did just compound a little bit ago. I have a total node amount of 16,980 nodes or VPND in my nodes. My estimated daily income is a whopping 41 cents. Now, a couple of things. I have 1318 available in rewards. So I am at the daily APR at the highest because I've held and last claimed 99 days ago. So clearly I haven't claimed. I put about 150 bucks into this project and I have gotten zero out of it. I've continued to just compound my way. And that's what I'm going to continue to do here in this particular protocol. At some point, I may try to start getting out a little bit of these funds, but for now, I'm content just allowing the compound to happen because they continue to still suggest that they are innovating, which we're going to talk about. See, I've got 10% compounding. I have hit above the 5,000 node amount. So my compounding bonus is down to 10%. As soon as these start hitting, this 5,000 mark, I am going to begin combining some of these nodes here. But for now, I'm content just to continue to have these 4 nodes. I can have up to 5, but I haven't chosen to do that because I did just want to see kind of where the protocol was going to go. So this is where I'm at. Obviously, I just hit 100 days. That's cool. Obviously, I have not added to, I'm just seeing what happens with this particular protocol. None of the major documentation has updated. Okay, so the rewards are continuing to stay the same. The diamond hands bonus has continued to stay the same for a couple of months now after they had adjusted the structure. So, I've got plenty of time before I get up to 50,000 VPND. And so, certainly I'm quite a ways away from that. But, with compounding, it does happen much quicker. Okay. And then the next thing that we do want to take a look at, the compound bonus. You can see here my compound bonus. I'm going to probably lose this 10% down to 5% here shortly, but essentially that's any of the burn that I have that is taking care of itself here with this compounding bonus. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as I continue to just compound. I'm compounding every couple of days here, so I'm not compounding particularly often. Those first couple of days, I was looking every single day to make sure that I was continuing to hit the targets that I was wanting to hit, but I've kind of backed off a little bit of being super in the weeds with where this protocol is, and I'm just going to continue to let them innovate. It's lasted 100 days. It doesn't appear they're going anywhere. Everyone's continued to stay doxed, and they just had an AMA a couple nights ago. Actually, it was last night, but by the time I set this to go live, it will have been a couple of days now where they were talking about VaporDex and VaporDex and what's the other one? We got VaporDex and VaporChain. So they're continuing to innovate and talking a lot about that. So This is where we're at. Now let's take a look at the chart. Okay, we're going to bring that here a little bit. So we saw here, we initiated at 2 cents and then got all the way down to about where we're at. We're close to the all-time low, and then we jumped all the way up to 14. I got in, no, somewhere maybe in, I was maybe in this range. I think I paid something like 7 cents for my initial, and then I DCA'd into a little bit less, but we've essentially been straight down since this here in early March. Okay, just straight down. Now, you know, we continue to just see this pretty awful price reduction. I'd love for it to get back up to a penny, but who knows if that'll happen. We'll see as they continue to innovate. But essentially the chart as of right now, and the lesson to take from the chart, is that this is running essentially the same as every other node project. So I mean, we go to Comb, for example, which I just did a video on. That's the 1 hour. Let's go to the day. I mean, 400 down to 11. You go to Power, which I will do a video on here in a couple of days. We'll go back to the daily. As we load up, same thing, just total price destruction. Strong. And this is kind of the OG. We'll move out so we can see the trend here. Again, same thing. I mean, I feel so hard for these folks here in late 2021 that, I mean, even, you know, you might feel good there and you get a 100% increase, but it's just brutal. But you've got others that you can do. And essentially the point here for VPND, right, is that it's the same general structure that you're seeing in all of these node protocols. Okay, as we're looking at the 24-hour, decent though amount of buys. So I do wonder if that's due to the AMA a couple of days ago. Again, last night when I'm recording, but a couple of days ago as to when it'll go live. So let's take a look at some of the innovation that they've talked about. So they continue to talk about, so VaporFi is where they have their node structure. And as you can see here, you can earn Vape when VaporDex is launched. So you stake VPND, they're going to be a bunch of farms. You can become a liquidity protocol, migration from another Avalanche DEX. Then you can stake it to boost your LP farming or stake it to earn fees from the DEX. And so they continue to say that these VaporDex and whatnot are coming again. Here is this. And real quick, if you aren't following me, I've got a whopping 8 followers right now. Hit that follow button for me as I continue to try to create decent content in this relatively new area. And so I'm working to grow. I'm working to deliver content that is worthwhile as we analyze projects, as we analyze where things are going. And so you've got the AMA. And they're using VaporFi. They're using their node structure as kind of the inherent place for an inherent place and kind of the basis for everything that they're going to continue to do. Now, VaporChain, so they are working on creating a chain, right? And so you'd be able to build products on this chain. You'd be able to move through, and I mean, take a look here. That is an insane amount of an insanely small amount of gas fees here as they work to test their vapor chain, right? And as we look at just really insanely high fees on like the Ethereum network, and I'm certainly mining Ethereum right now, you want to see areas where there aren't going to be a lot of gas fees, right? You want to see these places where you can move product, and that's the entire notion of decentralization, right? Where you can very easily, quickly, and importantly, cheaply move money from one place to another. And if Vapor is 1/5 of 1 penny right now, and this has what, 4 zeros before 2 1. I mean, that's such a minuscule amount of Vapor, right, that you're really looking pretty good. And so they are working on their chain. And then finally, VaporDex. So their last tweet was on the 15th of May. And VaporDex will eventually be your one-stop shop for all your DeFi needs: swapping, bridging, LP pools, farming, NFT creating, trading, launching and participating early in projects, etc. And so this is a really exciting opportunity too, right? Where we're looking at we're looking at a place that's going to be similar to Spooky Swap or Sushi Swap. I do think, though, that this has the potential to be as good. Again, not financial advice, but I think it has the potential to be as good. It certainly offers the potential for us to diversify where we're putting our money in this space, right? I have some Boo staked into X Boo right now. And so it is important as we examine these different projects. I like the guys, right? I like the team at VaporFi. I continue to think that they have a shot at making this work, especially if they're able to truly launch VaporDex and VaporChain. I think if we were just looking at VaporFi as a singular product, right, as a singular protocol, I think we'd be hurting. Right. I think that we'd be in a place where you probably aren't having this discussion, where we probably aren't having a discussion 5 months into the project, 3 months in for me, where we would say, hey, I still somewhat believe in this protocol. But because we're innovating through VaporChain, because we're innovating through VaporDex, I do believe that there's the possibility and the potential for VaporFi to continue as a protocol. And so that's why I'm not rushing to get my initial fees out, and I'm just continuing, or my initial investment out. I'm continuing to just compound these gains, right, or these additional VPND, because I do believe at some point the infrastructure and the ecosystem is going to lend itself to a really exciting opportunity for us. And so at this time, am I still interested in VaporFi as a protocol? Absolutely. I still believe that there is the potential for VaporFi. I still believe that there's the potential for VaporChain and VaporDex. And until I see information that suggests otherwise, I'm not going to I'm not going to move forward with any additional, any additional change in my strategy. So that's where I'm at, right? That's where I'm at with VaporFi. I'm going to continue to, continue to earn these rewards. I'm going to continue to move through this protocol, and I'm going to continue to stay excited, right? I'm going to continue to stay excited. So that's where we're at. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It'll certainly help the channel out, and I'm looking forward to continuing to provide great educational content for us. Hang in there. It's a crazy time in the crypto world. It's a crazy time in the general market world, and so we're going to continue to just try to make it work, and continuing to try to make it. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.